learned a lot in gender studies class. Not only that we went in depth about gender and gender orientation, we talked about race and religion. I know that there is a difference between um, gender and sex. Sex is biological, and gender is how you self-identify as a person, whether it is female or you were assigned male or female at birth and you don't feel masculine or feminine. So people would self-assign genders like that. So most people, when they see this, oh, this is, there's only two genders. No, there's two sexes. Gender could be basically however many genders there possibly conceive, because this is how we humans characterize how we see ourselves and how others see ourselves. Not only that, we talked about how men are perceived more masculine, and that is something I look forward to look into. And women is feminine is bad. So when a male is showing more feminine traits, they are treated differently than a man showing masculine traits like heavy lifting, not housework, stuff like that. It's just not just gender, and how they are born doesn't really mean that's what your role is in life. And we also talked about stereotypes, how people in the world see us and how we see ourselves. It could be brought on by discrimination, like, oh, you see, let's say, a black man, and he comes in a store, and you just follow him around just because you see a lot of black men who are in the news robbing banks. That's grouping someone, and it's not okay. Another is tattoos, seen as bad or trashy. Piercings. Clothes could be a major factor, like dyeing hair. You're seen as crazy or whatever. Religion, people, if you're not in America, most people are Christian. So if you're not Christian, you're usually discriminated against. It's like, get out of my country. This is my religion. This is my whatever, and it gets away with it. And to this day, we have under God in our pledge allegiance in our money, and not all people in America believe the same thing, and I think we need to progress that in today's society in the future. A lot of discrimination could be from age and where you come from. Like, I could come from the Middle East and come to America and be seen as a terrorist, because that's what people see in the media. And the media is a very very fickle thing. Ugh. What was I gonna say? Yeah, people discriminate against people just because they're different, and you're not successful unless you're white, male, and straight. A lot of people who are all of that get pretty far. Like, look at Donald Trump. He's all those categories, therefore he's eligible to be president. This is the society we are born into and should fix for future to come. We also talked about, like, touchy sexual issues like consent, and how showing off your skin is not giving consent to another party, and no means no, whether you're mean it or don't. No. And how women are perceived in today's magazines as sexual objects, and this enforces the fact, oh, women are just sexual and they're nothing else to me or to anyone. And some schools, like, change dress codes because, oh, a man's like getting a boner because of a girl has no bra just because of that she has to change, which is not shouldn't be the thing. I think that's not alright. A lot of people struggle in every society. This is, I don't know. Our country is based around religion, and I feel like we as young people should change what we want to see in our future, and like acts of, I don't know, power, and like what we can do. Like, um, my experience with intersectionality, I think, is not as much as others because I'm Mexican, so I think I'm seen different than some people and treated slightly different, but not as much as the super minorities who are like black and both gay and like, I don't know, a woman, so they're kind of screwed over by society. And like, I feel like it makes life easier or harder for yourself with the the power of privilege. Um, yeah, I think that I have it okay, but others may not, and it's shown through this class that we as society have a lot to work on. With like, there has been progress in history with like women joining sports. Now women are taking over sports. Just now there's like LGBT groups, and there used to be just laws and hatred, but now everything's changed, and like there used to be more KKK groups, but now there's slightly less, but there still are here. So I feel like this has made me open my eyes to like what we can do and what we should do.